Hello, everybody. I am Angie Milena Mejia Palacio, and my partners are Jair Tomaso and Jesus David Pozo. We are fifth semester students at Pontifical Bolivariana University, and we are going to talk about our perspective about education in Colombia. This capstone is the seen through methods and approaches class. 21st English teacher in Colombia. Cultural reality. Nowadays in Colombia, it has been few significant changes in the educative context, which is reflected in the poor condition of school infrastructure, low teacher formation and lack of teachers' creativity to develop new material. In addition, people have built a false perception of development. For instance, to use ECTS as a unique solution for structural problems in the educative system. Thus, the government through National Ministry of Education and several organizations from other countries, such as the British Council, pretends to improve teachers' formation in terms of English as a second language, and it is respecting qualification in order to increase Colombian education quality and looking for emerge the country into a more competitive economic environment. Responsibility. It is well known that teachers' function implies the direct development to the systematic learning apprenticeship processes. Add to this, teachers have to diagnostic, plan, execute, and evaluate those processes above mentioned and their results. But in this 21st century, teachers have to take into account that the teaching is not just providing a specific context to students, it goes beyond. The new century's teacher has the responsibility to create environments in which students could develop themselves and members of a community in a socio-cultural and socio-political context, and in this way creating solid ethic foundation in order to educate ethic and social human beings. The teacher is considered as one of the main characters in the educational processes. Then, it is important to reflect about the factors that have an effect on teachers, practice, and the way to be in contact with the students. These are personal issues, education level, and attitude. The first one is related to two personal aspects that create an effective bond between the teacher and the student, such as temperament, age, experience, and so academic and physiological knowledge to teach a short and creative a good level of communication among them, teachers as students. The third one is a little bit more important than the others because the teacher cannot teach without the attitude. The other one is connected to what the teacher must know in terms of pedagogical and academic and psychological knowledge to teach a cohort and create a level of communication. Then, it is very important that the teacher shows attitude while teaching because from it depends class specifically, interaction and quality in the students' formative processes.
Why to teach English in Colombia? Colombian government looks for strength English as a foreign language knowledge because it is interested in being part of the new global academic, cultural, and economic dynamics in order to give to the students the possibility to communicate each other through the foreign language. Thus, the acknowledgement of new cultures emerge, and with this, personal and collective communicative skills improvements due to. Then, Colombian government wants educative establishments to offer a foreign language teaching to the students as a strategy to be part of the competitiveness with other countries. National Ministry of Education. According to Colombian National Ministry of Education, through the Bilingualism National Program, it presents English teaching as a part of the country's educational and cultural development in recent years. In addition, the Bilingualism National Program pretends that in the next years it could develop communicative competence and an appropriate level of proficiency in the second language. Also, National Ministry of Education attempts through English teaching that Colombia be part of the globalization processes and create consciousness and be open-minded to the new knowledge offered from other cultures, also called interculturality. Teaching language in Colombia implies cultural, pedagogical, and research formation contextualized to the environment needs. Colombian Ministry of Education politics through the Bilingualism National Program and promoted the ICT, Information and Communication Technologies, usage by the government ICT that is possible teaching virtual context in the English foreign language or English second language component. As well, it is known that bilingualism is the government and its educational politics goal. It is necessary that teachers learn how to manage information and communication technologies properly, an improvement of the infrastructure and the conscious and critical usage of the materials for teaching English in order to develop communicative competence in Colombian population. Lyricode and Scorino test intercultural language teaching and learning presents the need to interact with the culture as an imperative to teach a language. This test explains that is the globalization world is important to integrate language with culture in order to learn from the other realities and different ways to understand language usage in a particular society. Mitchell's text named Second Language Learning Theories argues that language is an interaction tool with other cultures and knowledge. It also highlights language creativity in syntaxes, morphology, and pragmatic usage in classrooms. This is why it's need the effective screening, meaningful learning activities, and critical thinking about this knowledge used in a specific context. On the one hand, the National Ministry on Education pretends to train competitive and strategic teachers to apply the knowledge that teachers already have about mother tongue usage and second language teaching. Teachers also need to know about other cultural dynamics and other scientific and academic points of view. On the other hand, Colombian students need to recognize bilingualism as a change to increase their labor opportunities in the social environment and also as a justification to develop learning abilities to be applied in a globalized and interconnected society.
Technologies. During the past century and initiating the current one, it has been used physical material or devices as books and audiobooks in language centers, schools, and universities. Since the second decade of the current century, ICT's usage has created other language learning alternatives to videos, texts, and images which could be found in the internet. In Colombian context, technological media and virtual contents have increased progressively in classrooms these last years throughout videos and games with educative purposes. Then, the language teacher's role is to guide learning processes to improve communicative competence, which are linguistic, pragmatic, and sociolinguistic, and to use responsibly technological resources to extract from them as much as be possible in order to take advantage of all of the benefits that well-implemented ICTs provide. Conclusions. In the 21st century, it will emerge a mixture among constructivism, community language learning, and computer-assisted learning. And all these will look for providing virtual resources to the learners, and then the students will seek for a way to use them at maximum in their academic processes. Maybe it will be also implemented content and language integrated learning, which consists in using second language for teaching specific contents from the different subjects in the curricula. In the next years, Colombian classrooms will keep traditional teaching methodologies, although it is going to be supported by technological media. This will be underexploited because the lack of digital literacy to the teachers, and this will engage students to be autonomous and live by their own. We, as team, think that the methodology to teach an L2 will be selected according to the formative stage, if they are children, teenagers, or adults. For instance, in English teaching to children, it will be used the total physical response method. To teenagers, it will be used text-based language learning method. Then, the assessment in English teaching and learning will be determined according to the student's formative process. It means it will depend on the progress that the student shows. The 21st century's Colombian teacher must to take into account that teaching implies facts as culture, context, and teaching strategies that create useful learning experiences to the student's professional and personal life. In addition, the teacher must be aware about the changes that occur inside and outside classrooms, for example, technological phenomena and limited resources, such as human and physical, in schools. Finally, teachers have to adapt teaching materials to the context in where the teacher is immersed, in order to create an environment in which students could learn and interact each other, and in this way create together knowledge better structured.